Hi everyone. For those of you that do not know me, my name is Tamara Spooner. I'm a nurse of 15 years. I live in Northern California in the Bay Area, and this is my final semester of my 4th year in the Biomimicry Master's Program at ASU. And here I'm about to show you all my ideas for my VDL project. Okay, so my first idea is for Farmer Tamara podcast. So I don't know if you can see my shirt here. It says Farmer Tamara. This was actually embroidered on here. I have a friend who created this shirt for me because she told me that I'm the sort of person that likes to plant seeds of knowledge in people and then release them into the world and hope that they grow. So this is basically like a natural extension of that idea. I'm a fan of all forms of performance, and podcasts are really creative. They're very malleable. You can like write scripts so that they're comedic. You can film the podcast and then add animation in. You can do all kinds of stuff to help get the message across. But basically, the generalized goal is to create a collection of short sessions, less than 15 minutes long, because we all have shortened attention spans in the here and now, that introduced like starter topics of biomimicry, like what is biomimicry, what are life's principles, what are the 3 essential elements of biomimicry, what sort of current biomimicry applications or designs are out there, what's required education-wise, what's available education-wise, like how to become a biomimic, what sort of jobs are available, that sort of thing, so that anybody, any sort of layman individual can tune into this and listen to 1 or 2 sessions and have a generalized idea of what biomimicry is, and that it would give them the resources to help pursue if they get excited about biomimicry, which is the whole point of the podcast, is to, get the meme out there. So this next idea is the dream big idea that I've carried with me for a long time. As I mentioned before, I have many years experience as a nurse, and so I've seen the Western medical model from the inside out, and I know it's a broken system. So this is an answer to that. So my idea of what a healing center could be is like a community hospital, and it's a collection of therapists that offer alternative modalities such as acupuncture, clinical massage, water therapy, sound therapy, light therapy, spiritual healing, all of these things coming together. We would have clinical herbalists on site that would actually harvest herbs from the garden that they've been growing in order to create an herbal remedy right in front of the patient's eyes and teach them about how to use herbs for their own health. We would grow and harvest our own food on site. We would barter with the community in order to, get supplies for things that we need that we can't create there on site, such as like coffee and sugar and, certain textiles and things of that nature. I obviously can't open a hospital in 15 weeks. However, the VDL project would give me an opportunity to see like all of the nuts and bolts of how something like that could actually get created. Like I could create a business model. I could learn about the legalities surrounding such a project. I could create a list of all the therapies that could be included, and then create like a structure, like a floor plan, like a layout of the actual hospital unit itself and how the flow of therapy would work. But basically, the vision that I have with something like this is to empower patients, to give them their power back, and to teach them how to take control of their health. I think that our current Western medical model is best used for acute problems, such as, I got into a car accident and everything's broken inside of me. I need you to fix me immediately right now or I'm going to bleed out. That sort of thing is what this Western medical model is perfect for. But for chronic conditions, we don't need that sort of system. And people rely on or hoping for a quick fix with a pill. Our health is just declining in the United States. So that's what this project would be about. And this final idea is for me to create and execute community play based on biomimicry. So the eventual goal that something like this would fuel is I would love to put on immersive educational productions to get people into, the idea of biomimicry and teach them about it. So just putting on a community play about, like a fictional character learning about biomimicry and going through the journey and the process of relying on nature for solutions would be like a kickoff to that eventual goal many years in the future. And I think that I would best be served by being on the Team Polar Bear style, checking in once a week with fellow teammates, but working on my projects alone. I think that would be best. So let me know what you all think. I look forward to hearing your thoughts. Thanks very much for your time.